everyone, and welcome to the vlog. This is the first in the series of my Disney tips and tricks videos. This one specifically is about Disney resorts. So you want to stay at a Disney resort? Great choice.
Hooray!
My first suggestion would be to book 6 months out. Why? Dining reservations for one. They open up 6 months early to resort guests, and if there's some place on property that you really want to eat, you need to book 6 months out. But we'll cover that in the next video. Another benefit is the ability to pay over time on your vacation. So Disney typically opens up the reservations in the late June, early July for the following year. So if you know, for example, you're going in the following June and you book it when the reservations open, you'll have almost 1 year to pay on your vacation. Now that's great for budgeting. On the flip side though, if there isn't a specific resort or room type that you are looking for, maybe you just hold off and put the money into a savings account and wait for special offers. Disney typically opens up special offers about a quarter in advance, and usually they're either free dining or like a percentage off of your resort stay. Now, be aware that quantities are limited on those special offers. So say, for example, you want to stay at the Polynesian. You may be sad to find that when the special offers come out, either A, there's no special offer for the Polynesian, or the Polynesian is sold out by the time the special offers come out. Now there's bonuses to staying on Disney property, including extra magic hours, advanced dining, advanced fast pass selections, and free transportation so you don't have to rent a car. All those topics will be covered in upcoming videos though. There are 4 types of resorts: value, moderate, deluxe, and deluxe villas. Obviously, value is the cheapest and deluxe villas are the most expensive. Let's look at some pros and cons of each. Value are the least expensive resorts and the most over-the-top theme. Now, they do have the smallest rooms on property with the exception of Art of Animation, and only double beds with the exception of Art of Animation. And typically they're the largest resorts with no table service, sit-down restaurants, and usually they're the farthest from the parks. But if you're only going to your hotel to sleep, maybe you choose value just because the least expensive and you still get all those benefits I mentioned before. Now the moderate, obviously moderately priced. The theming isn't over the top. It's less characters and more style, if you would. The rooms are mid-sized, and they do offer queen and king bed options. They can be very large and sprawling, with the exception of Port Orleans French Quarter, which is a pretty compact, maybe the smallest resort on property. And I hear it's a great place to stay in the moderate level. They're typically closer to the parks than value resorts, but they're less convenient than the deluxe resorts. But then again, it comes down to price. If you're only spending a little bit of time in your room and want, like, say, queen beds and a little bit larger room, maybe a little bit more convenient, then maybe go with moderate. The deluxe are very detailed in their theming. Think the lobby at the Wilderness Lodge or the Animal Kingdom Lodge. They have dining options ranging from quick service, table service, and even signature dining. The rooms are among the largest on property, but again, that varies from resort to resort. They're usually the most convenient and closest to the parks. Each offer either queen or king beds. However, sometimes it can feel a little less kid-friendly. Think the Grand Floridian. Sometimes I hear people say in discussion boards and whatnot that maybe it feels a little stuffy for kids at the Grand Floridian, so, you know, again, that's a personal preference thing. Now, there are a lot more conveniences and things like that at the deluxe resorts, but again, we're talking the high end of the spectrum here. So you'll have to weigh, is that convenience worth the price for you? The deluxe villas are typically priced around the same as the deluxe resorts, with theming similar to the deluxe and dining similar to the deluxe, because most of them are on property at a deluxe resort, like the villas at the Polynesian. They're all on the same resort property. They offer studios to 3 to 4 bedrooms with kitchenettes to full kitchens. Now in the deluxe villas, housekeeping will not come to your room every day like the other resorts, unless you're a cash paying customer. As far as convenience to the park, most of them are the same as the deluxe, with the exception of Saratoga Springs, which is actually closer to Disney Springs than any of the parks. And again, like the deluxe, you'll have to weigh the convenience part versus the cost part. Is the cost worth the convenience to you? So that's a high-level view of the resorts. Which one is best for you? That depends. Choose based on the convenience and your budget. For example, if you're coming to Epcot for Flower and Garden and we're spending most of your time at Epcot, then look at the Epcot area resorts, the Beach Club, the Yacht Club, the Swan, the Dolphin, and the Boardwalk. All of those are walkable to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. There's also moderate options in the area, including Port Orleans and Caribbean Beach, that are only a short bus ride away. If you're mainly visiting Magic Kingdom, choose one of the monorail resorts, the Grand Floridian, the Contemporary, the Polynesian. Out of those though, I would highly recommend the Contemporary because you could walk to the Magic Kingdom. There's not value or moderate resorts close to the Magic Kingdom park, but there are some moderately priced close-ish, the Port Orleans resorts for example. Overall at Disney, no resort is more than 6.5 miles away from the park, so it's not going to take forever to get from your resort to the parks. That being said though, if you have to ride the bus to get to your dining or fast pass reservation, a good rule of thumb is to give yourself at least an hour from your resort to the reservation. If you have to leave during the high traffic hour, like around between 8 and 9 a.m., I would give yourself an extra half an hour, so say an hour and a half to get to your reservation. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned a little bit. If you have any specific questions, ask them below in the comments and I'll reply. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.